I'll tell you one thing for sure, is that surely as political parties represent classes of people. And we want the Labour Party to recognise and fight on behalf of trade union and labour. But I'll tell you something now, if you honestly believe that all of a sudden that the Labour Party now has changed its coat and changed its colours, and all of a sudden turn around and say, now, we support you. I've got to say, there's a lot of junior ministers I've met now recently since Labour's been elected. You know what, I've met more junior ministers, shallow junior ministers, since Labour's been elected, for the entire 13 years that they was in. When they had the opportunity to do something about it. But that is history. And now we've got to move on. And I really hope now that the Labour Party is going to roll its sleeves up, because we have got to fight, brothers and sisters. And the fight's going to be pretty clear that if we unopen those restrictions on working people and give them the ability to fight back, that when the austerity cuts really come into play, then we have an opportunity far better to fight back on the basis, not whether someone votes yes or no, but on the basis of what the matrix system should be, to fight back against these cuts. And we need a pledge now from these Labour MPs who take our money on a Friday afternoon and say, well, we know where we can back it on a Monday, to turn around and say that we want you in force on Friday morning to give us the least bit of hope to those people who are fighting the cutbacks that are taking place at this moment in time. And brothers and sisters, we are in for a fight. And you've seen what Matt Rack just said to you about the Fire Brigade Services attacks on their conditions. Well, the FBU will argue their own corner. I'm going to give you this pledge, brothers and sisters, on behalf of my union. If the same attacks are taking place against FBU members, and the same attacks on bus workers in London, and tube workers in London, and by the way, another 800 jobs are going to be announced on buses, on Metronet tomorrow. Part of the subsidy has been brought back into LT, which will mean 2,600 job losses in the last 3 weeks. My view is pretty simple. We stand together on solidarity. We don't just talk about it. And if the FBU are under attack, and the Unite are under attack, it's my view that we stand together to defeat these attacks. And the way you can do it is to send the bill over on Friday afternoon by saying that we're not prepared to accept any more anti-trade union legislation. It's unfair, and it's unjust, and it's about time we threw the chains off and allowed workers to fight back with the same problems that the employers have got who attack us. That's the way we attack. And I'll tell you, brothers and sisters, we're going to need absolute unity. And the way we do that is the first thing we can do to say we can lead all the resources together on Friday morning and defend what John McDonnell has put up as a bill and lay down the foundations for decent trade union rights and working conditions for working people. And I ask you to get your MP to get in there on Friday morning and stick his hand up on behalf of John McDonnell.